Hi everybody. Good evening. I hope you're having a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are. And I've just come on here after a fairly busy day. I've just written blog posts for the Christmas Stampathon, so if you want to see all the lovely photos of that, then go and check that out later. And also, what else have I done? I've got my blog post ready for tomorrow for the Stampin' Sunday blog hop. And I just fancied coming on and doing what I call like happy place stamping. So happy place stamping is where I choose colours I like, stamps I like, patterns I like, and just have a play. Yes, I am late, Sheila, but we get an extra hour in bed. So, you know what? I just thought I want to come and do some creating and connect with my crafty friends. Yes, I've had a couple of sad bits of news today about some people. So, you know, sometimes it's just nice to come and reconnect and find your happy place, you know? So I've started off with lovely lipstick here, soft sea foam and early espresso. Hi April, nice to see you. And I have got varied vases, which I just grabbed because I sometimes know I need some little flowers in the background. And I really want to make use of these lovely roses and possibly these leaves and polka dots, polka dots, polka dots. So we might start off with a kind of generic one sheet wonder that, you know, a style I know works, and then kind of go from there and see what else. Okay. Hi Darla, lovely to see you. Is this your first time on one of my lives? So welcome if you're new here. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you for popping in and seeing what I get up to. And sometimes it is worth definitely sticking to the end and seeing how it all turns out, because sometimes I don't know how it's going to turn out. So do, you know, stick with me. If you have to skip ahead, that's fine. I know we're all time poor. So I don't mind if you need to skip ahead and figure out what ends up happening. And but of course, if you're here on the lives, then it's really nice to have your company and, you know, grab yourself a cup of tea and, you know, stay and chat and ask me any questions you want to ask me, and we'll just have a nice time together. Time constrained. Thank you, Jeannie. That's the word I wanted. See, my brain's not even working that well today. Yeah, so as I said, I've done my blog post for tomorrow for the Stamping Sunday blog hop, and I hope you'll come over and you'll see my video tomorrow then, because that's all set to go live at 8 o'clock in the morning. So GMT, that is. So we're about to put our clocks back by an hour. So it might make a little bit of difference to you guys. I don't know when your clocks change, but hi Karen. Are you new as well to my live? Have I ever seen my live before? Really great to have you around. Right, I am thinking of whether or not I want to add a little bit of darker colour to the edge of this. Hi Gail. You just saw your notification and I'm on. I want to grab something like Mary Mallow, but all my ink pads are super duper hickledy-pickledy because my daughter had some friends around the other day and they did some crafting, and I just did not have the time to kind of go, no, you don't put that stamp pad there, you put it there, and blah, blah, blah. So I just went, no, just shove them in and I will sort them out later. And my craft room is like I'm having to climb over stuff to get to my desk. I've not tidied up and I've had several events and I just keep plonking more and more stuff in here. So like I'm surprised I've even got like a chair to sit on, to be honest. But there we go. Right, so I've just grabbed soft suede because what I want to do is ink it up. So this is lovely lipstick. which looks like it's got a nice amount of ink on there. Yes, of course, it's new time for church, Betty. Of course, good morning in Australia. Ah, so next weekend your clocks go back. Okay, so it's this weekend for us in the UK. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of soft suede onto my little, I guess it's like an eyeshadow brush or something, I don't know. And just see if that makes any difference. Oh, it does a little bit. It does a little bit. There we go, just adds a little bit of extra. The plonking, yeah, just the dumping, the plonking, just, you know, shove it in there. Like, and we had, you know, 5 girls as well as my daughter here. And I messaged a friend and said, I've got a gaggle of girls here. I think the Lord knew that I needed to have 3 boys before I had a girl because, oh my goodness, like, girls make so much more noise than boys. And they just like, they just witter, don't they, girls? It's like, jabba jabba jabba, jabba jabba, yabba yabba yabba. So, oh, they're so funny. And then the other funny thing is that at their school, I don't know if you guys are much into rugby, but we've been very excited here in Wales because, you know, we've got so far in the rugby, and they taught some of the younger children, not my daughter's year, but some of the younger children how to do the haka. And oh, the squeals, yeah, you're so right. So at the harvest, they had their harvest service this last week, which was just so cute. And they had these children doing the haka. Well, of course, the older children, they want to do it as well. So I had these 6 girls trying to do their version of the haka, not quite learning the words perfectly, but having a good go, but certainly doing all the yelling and the screaming and the bleh, all that stuff. And I videoed them. I thought, you know what, I'm going to video you because someday I'm going to enjoy embarrassing you with this video. So there we go. Bless their hearts. I don't want to put any more red on that. I'm going to leave that. I think now we're going to go in with the polka dots. So, is it a team cheer? What, the haka? No, is that what you're asking? No, the haka is this amazing chant thing that the New Zealanders do. It's very traditional. It's supposed to like scare off your opponents. You must look it up. You must look it up. It's so cool. I love it. I love the energy of it. And, you know, I studied theatre, film and television, and I love movement and dance and performance and all that kind of thing. So, yes, absolutely, Ali. It sounds like wedding footage. It's the sort of thing that's great for showing off at a wedding. Yeah. Oh, you know what the haka is? Sorry, Deborah. Sorry. Right, so now what I'm going to do is go in here now with the polka dots, but I want to kind of not go over where the leaves are going. Bye, Betty. Have a great time at church. God bless you. Right. Now, this is not my normal brown, my early espresso ink pad. Somewhere is my normal one, but I had to get this out the other day because I don't know where I put my other one. So this is my old one, which feels like it's a little bit dry, but we're going to make the most of it. Oh, yes. And what's great about the stencil, so look, I can match it up and just move it on so that we get that pattern going throughout the whole page. Oh, you didn't know what the thing was called. Okay. Got you, Deborah. So if you're wondering who I'm talking to, if you're watching this on a replay and you're thinking, who's Ruth talking to? It's the people who are watching me live. So if you want to watch the live chat, there is a little button you can press, and then you can see all the other people's comments. I know, it's so pretty. I think if you know patterns that you love, just it's nice to just go back and, you know, if it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. You know, if you like these kind of patterns. I'll move that up to there. I'm trying to make sure it matches across the top. I don't want too much going on. Looks okay, doesn't it? Excuse me. I seem to have had a weird cough come back. You know, the other week I had a weird kind of cough and a cold. And I thought I was over it, or unless this was a new one, but it feels very sort of phlegmy on my chest. But not super duper phlegmy, I can just, yeah. Anyway, hopefully it won't develop into anything too nasty. So I've been out most of the day at a board gaming event that my husband and I and this other guy I know organised. So that's been quite fun. Been teaching various people how to play various board games and things. Oh, you just ordered these masks. Excellent. On Wednesday, along with a bunch of stamp sets. Well done, Melanie. Sheila says, I just found out that I'm probably going to be able to move to Arkansas. Cool. I think I found a potential place to buy a mobile home. Going to see it next week. Ooh, exciting, Sheila. Hi, Janice. Sorry I missed your live the other day. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but never mind. I should make use of a mask, shouldn't I? What? You know what? I'm being crazy. Look, I've got all these masks sitting in here, and I didn't even use them. Move that one there. I hope so, Janice. Gone to all that effort to get your 1,000 subscribers. It's amazing. Hi, Tracy. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. I was just saying I've got a bit of a funny cough, but apart from that, I'm fine. I'm going to enjoy my extra hour in bed tonight. And I've been invited out for lunch. My whole family are going to lunch with someone from church tomorrow, so I don't even have to think about cooking. Yay! Excuse me. And I'm doing some stamping, so I'm happy. I don't know if you guys saw my Masculine Monday from this week. And for me, I was a little bit disappointed with what I made. So I really am tempted to have another go with exactly the same stamps and the same colours, but just try configuration. Because I kind of, after the broadcast, I felt a bit kind of disappointed, a bit empty, a bit like, not quite sure I like it. But I don't want to delete it because I think people still watch it and will learn from it, but I don't know, I just didn't feel that was my normal, not normal, even up to my own standard. But then I know sometimes you guys like watching me play and you don't mind seeing the mistakes, but Kia ora and Harat. Croeso. See, when I see the name Hang Harad, I just want to speak Welsh. So croeso means welcome. Right. Okay. Stopio. I'm going to stop there. Hi, Karen. Thanks, Janice. Oops, left one there. Okay, I quite like that. I do quite like that. But I'm wondering if just some cute little flowers somewhere would be nice. It almost looks like trellis. What, the having the polkas? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I've got this little flower. I'm wondering whether to do that in a like a pale blue or something. I'm not sure it will show up. Or to do it in the pink. Or would that detract too much from the roses? Or do I want to do something different? Like this one. Oh yeah, yellow, maybe. Let's have a think. Sorry, I'm sticking my arm in there. I'm wondering about mint macaron. I'll try a bit, see what happens. It's very soft. Let me bring you in. It's more like adding an extra texture. It's not meant to be too defined because I think I don't want to lose the definition of the polka dots. And I think if I put anything too dark, it will interfere too much with that. So I love your taste in stamps, and I tend to lean the same way. If you could choose 5 stamp sets, what would you choose? Are you talking out of current stamps or Stampin' Up all time? Thanks, Gail. Excuse me. Okay, so historically, there's Stippled Blossoms. It's probably my favourite, one of my favourite stamp sets of all time. Gorgeous Grunge. Beautiful Friendship. That's 3, isn't it? I think. No, it's fine, Gail. I've got a cough anyway. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some sort of sentiment. Yeah, very Versailles is very pretty. But if we're talking historically, then I'll just bring that back out a bit. There used to be a really lovely stamp set called En Français. It's the script. It's a script stamp, and I still have that as a background one, which very Versailles is kind of like a smaller, slightly smaller version of that. So it's like 4, is it? See, I still like another old stamp set. It's got the leaves in it. Oh, what's it called? The one with the leaves and the little French script and the postmark and all that. That's a beautiful set. Right, I'm really happy with that. That is so pretty. And I think, you know, you could make like a big card, or you could cut it up into different things. So let's do a similar layout again, but this time, oh, should we do French foliage? French foliage, that's the name of it. Should we try this out in a slightly different configuration? Maybe with this mint macaron as the leaves. I mean, there's Baby Blossoms, which was the first stamp set I bought from a demonstrator. And it was current at the time. The first current stamp set I ever bought was Baby Blossoms, which is still a beautiful set. They don't have anything like it at the moment. What, you have Baby Blossoms, Ali? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is very botanical-esque. Oh, en français. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am very drawn to floral things. Very drawn. And then typography. I love typography and fonts and things. So yes, I guess I'm drawn to those sort of things as well. And then textures. What do you think, guys? Can you see that okay? Hi Lynn, welcome. Just having fun with some of my favourite stamps. So I've gone quiet, I was just enjoying the process. Okay. Yes, it is. We have had, though, the most torrential rain in the last 24 hours, and there's been quite a lot of localised flooding. So I was saying earlier that we had an event today, a board game event, and there were a few people that couldn't make it because there were floods on the roads, and we have a small airport near here, and it is absolutely, the airport is covered. It's just unusable at the moment. So but yes, generally it's beginning to look like fall. It's very, the colours on the trees are changing, which is nice. Oh really, Janice? Yeah, they did threaten snow down here in the mountain areas. But no, it's a shame if you haven't had the fun of the autumn. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny, and so I am looking forward to that. Maybe like a crisp day, but with blue skies, you know. That would be nice. Right, I feel like I need a little bit more of a defined leaf. But we have this tiny one in here. Don't know if this is a bit too small. See, this is when I want to reach for beautiful friendship. I know you guys must be bored of it by now, but beautiful friendship is just so good. A stamp set. I think the proof of a good stamp set is when you just end up reaching for it because it goes with so many other stamp sets. You know, it really is. Hi, Marlene Escalon. Welcome from Wild West, Wyoming. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate every single person that takes the time to watch my videos. Okay, now I might do something daring. I think I'm going to go in with soft suede. See what happens. I'm going to test it out down here. Yeah, no, I think that'll be okay. I'm going to do it in all kind of different directions because I'm not even sure how I'm going to use this yet. So I know I've been kind of aiming it kind of like it's going in that direction, but I think it might be fun to do these leaves in all different directions. So, oh sorry, Karen asked a question. Thank you, Esther. I have a nephew's birthday. He'll be 14. Really struggling for a card. Can you help? What sort of thing is he into, Karen? Is he into like Minecraft or sports or? Is he into art or comics? Is he into Marvel? Were you lurking then, Esther? Just secretly here all that time. So if you feel that this would be too much to put on a card, that's fine, because I understand some people are a little bit more minimal in the way that they like to make cards. But if you take, for example, this little corner down here, like I could imagine that little corner on a card, ignore that bit, but could you imagine that in a little corner? That would look beautiful. Or just taking like a small aspect of this, you know, you don't have to do what I've done. You know, obviously this takes a bit of time to do. So, you know. Karen says no, he's not into all that kind of thing. Okay, can you tell me what he's into then? I mean, if he's not into much, I would focus on the 14 and just make the number the focal point. Make it a bit interesting. He has a lizard. Okay, well maybe you could do something quite textured and scaly. If you've got an embossing folder with like lumps on it or something. I know, who'd have thought those brown leaves would work. Right now, I'm going to be daring and put Polkas over this. So if anyone wants to take a photo of the way it is now, because it is going to change. So someone take a screenshot if they would like to. You couldn't cut this up for cards. Well, when you make as many one-sheet wonders as I do, I'd end up with loads of sheets. A star. So Esther just got the masks. Awesome. Okay, so let me just check which side. Is someone taking a screenshot? It's beautiful just the way it is, says Jeannie. Don't touch it. Okay, I'm just going to have a little play. Okay, I'll just have a little play in this corner first. See if I like it. Because the whole thing with this video is going to be Polkas and Roses, so gotta be done. And I'm going to use my little brush because I want to really get into the little areas. So it's got a bit of pink on it at the moment, so get that off. Okay, guys. Trust me, trust me. It's really be fine. So I'm just trying to go around the leaves and go quite lightly where I've got the paler colour. And that's the beauty of doing this with a brush or sponge or whatever. You can control the amount of ink that goes on. So where I'm not near the pre-existing design, I'm going very dark, and then where I'm going onto the design, I'm just going in quite lightly. So, you know, you can kind of control it. See, it's okay. It's not too bad. But you can stop here. You could stop at this point if you really want to. Right, let's try again. What's it going to be like going into it here? Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, that the distance, because of the distance between the polkas, it gives it a lattice effect. It's a bit of a optical illusion, isn't it? I almost wish that these polkas were a slightly different configuration. They almost need to be slightly wider apart. But there we go. That's the way Stampin' Up have done it for this year. I'm sure they'll come up with a different mask another year that will be something different. So. Margine says, wow, cool. You like it, Margine? Excuse me. Karen, you can spritz cardstock with water, ball it up like waste paper, make it crinkle, unfold, and... Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah. Textures, I would say. And then, depending on what your child is like, your 14-year-old is like, I would probably guess that they're more concerned about what you put in the card, i.e. money. They'll just take one look at the card and go, oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Unless they are like really unless they're very kind of like into cards and, art and craft and stuff like that. Or, am I being too cynical? Like, even my daughter's got to that point now. It's like, yeah, it's a nice card, but what's in it? I try and bring them up not like that, but that's the reality. They're like, what's in it? Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Tanya. Oh, can someone speak German? Can they translate that for me? Ruth, you have 3 boys, Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So between them, so I've got a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So add up all those birthdays together, and and I know that I know they're not really into cards, because months later, when I'm taking the cards off the rack, not the rack, I have like a piece of string in my front room where they all hang on. So because I've been so clever in spacing my children's birthdays, they're like 2 months apart. So one's April, one's June, one's August, and one's October. So they kind of can stay up there for 2 months. And I'll go, do you want to keep this card? And they're like, nah. But I end up, if I've slaved over one, or I particularly like one, I'll keep it myself. Or like my sister, Stampin' Star Creation, she gives the most beautiful cards to my children. And I'm like, I'm not throwing that away, I'm keeping it. But I'm like, do you want it? Nah. Whereas my mother apparently has kept every single card I've ever made her. So there we go. So I would enjoy the process of making the card, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. Karen. Faux lizard skin gift card holder. Yeah, absolutely, Cindy. There we go. Gift card holder. You got it. we go. Right, now I want to fill in some of these because I think they make more sense filled in. I don't like all this white space now. So although I'm not going to do it very dark, I do think it needs to be filled in. There we go, that's better. Oops, that doesn't quite meet, but never mind. Make it work. Make it work. There we go. Oop, I've doubled it over there, so don't look too closely. Okay, so if you ever do this, it's worth taking it straight across. Don't do it in two sections because it's hard to kind of get them to meet up afterwards. Okay. Right, I made my 28-year-old one and he looked at it for about 10 seconds and laid it down. That was the end of it. Exactly. Now, girls are slightly different, I think. Yeah, my daughter did like her unicorn card. So if you want to see what I made for my daughter, check back on, was it Wednesday night? Yeah, I really did enjoy making that. But, well, if you do watch the video, it starts off a bit kind of like, and then it ends up being kind of really cool. Right, so that's number 2, and this is number 1. My mother-in-law used to take all my cards and give me back all the embellishments and ribbons. Oh my word! See, that's another side to crafting. People who are frugal crafters. Yeah, I must admit, I sometimes take apart swaps. Like if I've had my swap sitting around for ages, I can't bear the thought of just throwing like a swap in the bin if there's like little bits on it that I can use, or put it in a little craft box for like a craft workshop. Charlie's, that's funny. Am I cutting these up? Do you want to see me cut this up, Ella? Oh, Ali, sorry, wrong person. Right, so this one I would say lends itself to a bookmark or 1A6 card. So let's cut it up. Oh, where's my new trimmer gone? Honestly, I think my husband's been borrowing my trimmer again. Gone missing. Or it's just hiding under this piles of stuff. Once the card is gone, I don't want to know what people have done with them, especially if it goes into the recycling, says Esther. Love the design. After your colour tutorial, I finally tried it. Was pleased with the outcome, but mine seems flat. What do you do to get dimension depth? What am I doing wrong? Says Sally. I'll answer that in a second, Sally. Better late than not at all. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Yvonne, isn't it? I frame the front of cards and give us gifts. Yeah, I sometimes repurpose them. I need to make some tags. I've been scrolling through your tag videos. Could you do the measurements again for me? I think I got it. Oh, actually, okay. I know what I'll do a couple of tags out of this, Esther. Okay, so I'm going to cut down to one large card front because I think that would look really nice. So half of A4 is there. So I want 5mm less. So I'm going to cut it there. Yeah, you can definitely repurpose cards. Cut them off and, you know, re-stick them. Definitely. Right, so if this is for a bookmark, I'm going to cut it just under, what do I normally do there for bookmark? I'll cut 2 bookmarks out of this. So for bookmarks, I cut them at, oh, that moved. Sorry, I distracted myself. For bookmarks, I cut them at 1 and 16, 15, 14, 13. 13/16. Okay, for bookmarks. Then I cut them at 7 inches minus an eighth, so that's 7/8. Do. No, I don't. So there. Forgot what I was doing there for a second. Right, so that's for a bookmark. Okay. Then Esther wants to know how to do a tag. So normally I would get my A4 sheet, Esther, cut that in half, so it's 10.5 centimeters that way. Then I would, so if I do that, 10.5. And then I would cut these at just under 5 centimeters. So it's more like, it's like 5 centimeters minus half a millimeter. And that is to make sure I can get 6 out of one sheet. Okay, so because that wasn't completely central, I'm kind of like missing out on a flower there. So I'm going to stamp an extra flower on that point there. Hi Hilda, nice to see you. And that's the beauty. If you know haven't quite decided what you want to use them for, and then you decide, you can always add extra bits onto it if you think it doesn't quite work. There we go. There we go. That's okay. Oop. Ink everywhere. So then that should fit your tag punch or your tag label punch. I'm thinking of getting the new one actually. It looks very nice, doesn't it? Right, let's see what these look like. I'm trying to find my background board. I usually have this like backdroppy bit that I put on here to show you. I think I used it the other day, moved it. Use that instead. Okay, so that's 2 tags. That's your bookmarks, and that will be one card front. Okay, so you got that out of that one sheet wonder like that. Okay, so then let's have a look at the other sheet. So this one, because there's so much more on it, I would say you could turn these into card fronts and then maybe stamp a sentiment and then cut it up, or cut it out rather, and put it on here. So for this I would cut this at 10 centimeters. So it's whatever size you've stamped on, so if it's the American letter size or the British A4, Australian A4, stamp your whole sheet, and basically you're cutting it into 4 but minus a little border. So, you know, I don't want to be too prescriptive. You guys can figure it out. Kind of Bertucci does a kind of card measuring system, doesn't she? So if you want to check that out, do go to her YouTube channel, Kylie Bertucci in Australia. KYLIEBRERTUCCI BERTUCCI, I think. Did I get that right? Oh, goodness me, I'm so sorry about this cough. So let's have a look what this looks like. There we go. I don't have any lovely lipstick cut up, so I'm just going with Melon Mambo. Ooh, and I like how that one's turned out because it's got all this lovely space here, but which I've made a little bit of a boo-boo with. But I can imagine like a sentiment cut out with maybe a bit of a border around it, do some layering, and you've got a natural spacing there. I mean, you could also turn it that way if you wanted to. So you could put your sentiment there, which is fine. So I have some One Sheet Wonder finished, but they're so pretty I'm having a hard time cutting them up. Just do it. Just do it. I mean, take a photograph. Keep, definitely keep a record, because you want to look back on things. I mean, I'm fortunate that I blog, so I've generally started trying to take photos, although when I'm doing a One Sheet Wonder live with you guys and you want me to cut it up, it makes it hard to do it. But so I'm hoping someone took a photo, but I can go back and screenshot it. Oh, now you could, so that's on the pink, but look, what about putting it on the Seaside Spray? And so it just picks up that little bit of blue there. Isn't that pretty? So it's incredible what the difference is when you start playing with what you're going to mount it onto, because the different colours just give the card a whole different look. So look, there we go. There we go. So this one's Mary Mallow, which is lovely and dark without being too dark. There we go. Ta-da! I've just made up her templates tonight for my 8-year-old grandson to use tomorrow. He loves Kylie. Awesome, Wendy. Yeah, she does. She has a great way of like simplifying things down, doesn't she, for measurements and things. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, it worked out, didn't it? As I said right at the beginning of the video, sometimes when you're in the mood to craft and you don't want to worry that you're not in the mood for experimentations per se in trying something brand new, it's worth just pulling out your favourites. Just grab what makes you happy, or is going to work, and you're going to end up with something joyful. So I was kind of in the mood for that today because I've had a busy day and just needed to make something pretty that when I look at it I smile. So do that. Thank you for your company, everybody. I'll probably make these up over the next few days and take some photos and put them on my blog, because I think you guys will want to see this again, and I will do a faster version of it to put on YouTube. Thank you everybody for your super support. For those of you who've donated to my PayPal, oh my goodness, thank you so much, because it just means I can put that aside and buy some new stamps and things so that I can carry on doing what I'm doing. So I really do appreciate it, and I thank you everybody who's placed orders as well in the last few days. You'll be getting probably maybe one of these cards because that's what I end up doing, sending my One Sheet Wonder cards as thank you cards to folks. So thank you very much. Make some onion juice for my cough. Ooh, that sounds disgusting, Wendy. I will make sure I eat loads of garlic tomorrow. Garlic, orange juice, all the rest of it. Hi. Ooh, where's Jenny? Where's Jenny? Is there a Jenny that's just come on, Lester? Right, I'm just checking your comments, everybody. Thank you so much. Oh, Craft Time with Jenny. Hi, Craft Time with Jenny. Thank you. Right, guys, have a great weekend. Check back again in a few hours' time because my Stampin' Sunday blog hop video will be live, and I hope to maybe be a bit more often on live next week because it's the kids' half term, so I might come on at various times of the day. We'll see what happens. So Oh, you're Arkansas. Oh, welcome. There's a few people from Arkansas. Yeah, there's a few people who live there. No, I know Denise. I do the Christmas Stampathon with Denise, who comes from Arkansas. So lovely to meet you, Jenny. There we go. Take care, Janice. Take care, Deborah. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And see you again soon. Lots of love to you all. Bye.